They're attacking again through Hugo in the middle. She finds Bomford in space. She's had a lot of space in there, Bomford. Barker looks to deliver. Falls just short of Hugo. Knight's clear again. They look to start their own attack through Haas, who finds Oakley. Oakley turns well in the midfield. He's trying to direct traffic. Ball comes back into the middle, trying to recycle it out the other side. The touch is a bit heavy. Mopped up again in the middle there by Granquist. He's done everything asked of him tonight at the back there. Cross comes Neville to do the defending on Haas. And he looks to have done enough. Olympia returning it through Ross out to the other side. He's given Barker something to do there, but he's managed to keep the ball. Looks to turn it back outside and up the line. He's not quite found his man. And just like that, Knights are on the counter attack. It's one ball from the back line up front. Harhill with a delivery. Ends up being mishit. Olympia will be thankful nothing quite came of that one there. Knights with a throw-in, looking to spark something. They've definitely identified that Harhill's a threat down this right-hand side. They're looking to get the ball to his feet as much as possible.
Just the heads of the Knights players just dipped a little bit at the moment, Dan.
Just a little bit. Olympia's definitely had the flow of it, but they're going to try and get themselves back into the game here. They're definitely not a team that are going to bow down and take the loss. They'll fight right to the end. This could be their chance to do it. It's a 3-on-1, but he's managed to keep the ball. Spreads it inside, the shot's on. Well cleaned up by Ross and goals.
Gee, did he need to dive forward like that, do you think?
One for the highlight reel.
I think he knows the camera's on tonight.
Definitely does. Tends to get the best out of us soccer players when those cameras turn on. It's turned into a great ball for... not quite. Thought Rhodes was on again there, but it's just been cut out. Coluccio looks to feed the ball through the middle. It's not quite on. He might be caught out of position a bit here now, the left back. He's won the ball back well there, but nothing quite comes of it. Haas just wasn't on the toes. He's had a lot of running to do so far. Can be excused for not quite getting to that one.
Good job, Declan.
Turn back into the middle. He's trying to thread the pass. It's not quite there. Honig picks up. Looks out to Haas. Back inside. It was great play there from Knights. They've bounced the ball around well. They've found the space. Here goes Haas attacking on the right. But again, it's Granquist who cleans up, as he has done many times tonight. They just can't quite deal with the danger here. Honig with the ball again. Looks to feed it inside. He finds his man on the top of the box. Not quite there with the touch though. That's a big looping clearance trying to keep Knights' attack going, and it almost does. James Ross with the no-nonsense clearance. Get the ball out of the box, he says. Give him some time to regroup. The pressure was on him for a second there. Knights are looking to restart quickly. They want to get the ball in as soon as possible while they've got the attack going. Momentum's with them at the moment, but Olympia have cleared and might have caught him out the back here. Looks like a 2-on-2. Here comes Rhodes. The touch eludes him. And the ball is spread through McShane. It's picked up in the midfield by Knights. He looks to get at the defence, but again, he's just crowded out. They've got the numbers advantage every time they've been asked so far, Olympia. Ross is looking for options. There's not a lot on, so he goes short again. They've handled the ball well out of the back so far. Barker on the left. And here's Hugo in the middle. What's he got? Nothing quite happening, but he does win the ball back. There's a tug of the shirt there, definite tug of the shirt. Again, he's not happy, but I think it was quite obvious there. He had the shirt in his hands. We'll have another look. There it is. He's definitely got the shirt there. You can't argue about that one. And the Knights will look to get the ball back up the top here. It was a smart ball in the end, trying to spread it wide. Haas has had a run of the attack so far. They've gone through him for quite a bit. It can definitely be said that Olympia's had the midfield so far today, but I think Knights are getting the width at the moment. They're definitely getting the options out there. Ball goes through Hooper out to Bomford. Bomford's crowded out. And Barker manages to come away with it. He beats one, looks to beat the second, but turns back inside instead. Holds possession somehow. He's just about beaten 2 or 3 there to hold on to that one. The ball goes inside. It's a good ball into the middle here. Finn Hooper's on the ball. Goes to Hugo again. Hugo gets the run at the defence. He gets his head up. He's found something. Not quite on. And here's Hooper. Gives him a second chance. Hugo wants to get the ball in the box here. He takes it in there himself. But it's well defended by Knights. Here goes Barker again. There's the delivery. Falls to Bomford on the edge of the box. It was a tame effort in the end. Big looping ball taken down very well by Harhill. Here we go. It's a 2-on-2 at the back here for Knights. But again, somehow Olympia come out unscathed. They've been caught out a couple of times, but they managed to clean up after themselves quite well to the Warriors. Once again using James Ross's feet, and they're good feet indeed. Back into the midfield. Hugo's on the ball, turns inside to Bomford. And it's Barker on the outside, looking to exploit the width. It's that same ball across the box. Here's the goal scorer. Nothing quite happening of that one for Wes Rhodes. He's got space just outside the 18-yard box. Opts not to shoot this time, spreads the play. Peter Swan looks to get it inside though. There's a couple of options in there, but the keeper's read the danger. Big looping clearance again, looking for Harhill, doesn't quite come to it. Almost wins back the second effort, but Granquist again. Don't think he's been beaten too much tonight. We see a change here for Knights and Olympia. Hugo coming off for Olympia. There we see Thupper coming on for Knights. It's Peter Swan on the outside. Looks to feed into the middle. It's not quite there. We'll have a new battle out wide here as well, as Olympia have brought Havatanen on to right back. Bomford just about brings the ball down, but it's taken off her toes. They're looking to make something of it here now through Oakley. He gets his shot away. Again, it's Granquist. And Barker looks to keep it alive, but there's nothing quite happening. Wall gets the attack going up the right-hand side. It's a good ball into the middle, but James Ross clears up.
Very hard to get the ball past Ross tonight.
He's been an absolute brick wall in the back there for Olympia. Picking up the pieces whenever it's been asked of him. And Olympia will end up with a throw here. Again, Barker looks to take a quick one. Almost too quick. Here comes Harhill again. Tries to feed it inside. Not quite there. Bomford with the nutmeg. That's very cheeky. She wants to go all herself. The nutmeg sparked her. She's ready for this one. She carries it on. She looks inside. Tries to spread the play. Not quite happening. Looks wide to Swan again. He turns inside very well. He's found space here, but it's defended by Coluccio. There's been a lot asked of Knights so far tonight, but they've managed to deal with majority of the danger. Clucho in particular is having a pretty good game. Ball's into Bomford. Referee's called it back. You can just see Hugo down there on the touchline talking to what looks like the Olympia trainer. Might have taken a knock there. It explains why they brought him off. He was having a very good game in the midfield. In the meantime, Olympia have won themselves a corner. They haven't been as threatening as Knights have so far tonight, but let's see if they can get something going. The third goal is definitely what they want here. Try and put this to bed. The ball's cleared well. It falls to the back post. Bomford gets the header. It's cleared out to the top of the 8, and he wants to hit it. He does, but it's cleared. Granquist gets the turn, but I think it was too tricky for his own good. He does win it back, though. And the ball's moved out to the right to Peter Swan, but he can't quite get the touch. It's one thing they've done very well so far tonight, Olympia. If the ball's not on down one side, they manage to recycle it through the middle and turn it out the outside. It's good touches there. I think everybody thought it went out of play, but the referee wasn't having anything of it, and Olympia end up being the team to switch on first. Play the whistle being the call that we often hear. Barker's getting at them very well here, but his ball ends up coming to nothing. They just haven't quite had that final ball. And here we see it again. The ball doesn't quite go out of play, but everybody definitely seemed to think it did. It's well won back inside for Knights, but Bomford picks it up. She tries to feed Swan. It's not quite on. Clucho's going to try and see the ball out, which he does very well. We hear there again the call for some changes from the bench. Warriors have definitely turned it around since that goal. They've had the run of the play. Knights will want to get themselves back in here. Hugo looks to have recovered. He's coming back on. For Olympia Warriors, I'm sure he'll settle back into the midfield. He's just about called into immediate action here. Knights looking to attack through Harhill. It's 2-on-2 at the back here. He's got the better of him around the outside. Can he get a ball into the middle? He can, but it's not quite what was asked. It was almost a cross-turn shot there. You see the replay. He definitely had Granquist for speed, but it was that final asking of getting the ball into the box. It wasn't quite there. He had the option in Thapper if it could get to him. It's well defended by Havatten. Since he's come on, he's looked very solid back there. Knights haven't quite had the run down that left-hand side that they did before he came on. He wins the first ever, can't quite get the second. It's out for Knights throw. Early throw-in is the call, which Clucho does. Ball comes back inside and looks to whip it across. James Ross with the barking at Granquist to leave it to him. The clearance doesn't get too far. Hugo's required to come into action here, which he does quite well. Oh, cheeky little nutmeg. Barker wasn't quite happy with that little touch after the ball there, but the referee didn't see anything happening. He turns back inside. He's still got the run of the play. Looks to Bomford, top of the 18-yard box. What she got, she ends up shooting. It's a looping effort. I think he's got him here. She does. It's a great goal from Bomford there. She's very happy with it too, so she should be. Very, very good goal. She just got underneath it enough, and we'll see it here. She gets underneath it enough so that it's one of those shots that's not particularly placed, but it just had the height. There you go. There was a little bobble, and it's just got him for height. It's a great goal in the end. And there's the third for the Warriors. Makes it 3-0. And Knights are going to need to dig deep here to try and find something. They've got around about 15 minutes to do so. They've found themselves some space in the middle. The ball's threaded through to Oakley, but Granquist cleans up again. Plays it safe to the touchline in the end. Knights just need to find that little spark here. They had it at the start of the second half, but it's died out since. That second goal for the Warriors definitely took the wind out of the sails of Glenorchy. Here's the throw in. They're still trying to exploit this right-hand side, but they just continually get crowded out of it. There's the foul from Barker. Tees up a free kick for Knights here. And we'll see it again. Barker just gets body on. A little bit too much. There's the push. If they can turn this free kick into something, Knights, they'll definitely have time to get themselves back into it, but it might be a big ask. They've been very threatening from corners. Let's see if they can do the same here. It's another good ball. They've found the man in the middle, but nothing quite comes of it. Olympia might look ahead to some future games and think they just need to tighten up from set pieces here. They've left the free man on multiple occasions. Luckily, they've gotten away with it tonight, but... And they see cleverly he comes into the box to collect. He could see the pressure. Keeper will retake the kick. It's quite smart from Olympia. If you can see that pressure coming and you decide to play it short, then it's not a bad option. You get to retake that kick. Here we go, out for the throw-in. Knights have picked up possession purely from pressure here, and it's quite high up the field, but they don't manage to make anything of it. Honig looks to turn it out, not quite there. Hugo cleans up. Oh, it was a good ball to Swan. He had some space if he could have got it under control. If he could turn and run at Clucho, but it's not quite there. They're happy to go again with that long ball. Just takes the bounce. It's a dangerous bounce in the middle. You can see there the pure numbers that Olympia are getting behind the ball when they're required. And then so many of their attacks are coming through this dangerous midfield trio. Hugo tries to find space and manages to fall to him. He wants to get the shot off. He's trying to tee it up. He decides to go out to Swan, who gives it back. Hugo wants the cross. He's managing to find a lot of space in the middle here. He tees it up. Bomford with an air swing. Could have been her second of the game after some great work by Hugo on the right. It's a no-nonsense clearance. One lucky neighbour's picked up a ball.
They'd have to do okay out throughout the year, wouldn't they?
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. The lucky folks out at KG5 might do the same. You can see the search for the ball's on. Might not be the first one they've lost tonight. With the highway just over the back there. Here we go. So it's Barker with the throw, looking to get play restarted. It's a looping throw to Granquist at the back. Harhill definitely looks to be the most threatening player for Knights at the moment. He hasn't dropped his head since they've gone 3 goals down. He's still chasing after every loose ball. Oakley up the top, his strike partner. Looking threatening as well. This might be a good chance for the game. He gets the shot off. It's a good save from Ross. Very acrobatic save from Ross.
Come on, cheer, Jack.
He gets the important touches. He did well to make space for himself here, Oakley. You can see again, Olympia have got 3 players behind the ball, but works his way into the box. And Ross with a comfortable save in the end. But it's another dangerous corner. Here comes Harhill to take the kick. Barkley sent off the front posts to take the spare man. They might want to get someone back in there on the front post. They do. Bomford comes in. Here's the delivery. It's looping. He's got onto it. There it is. There's the goal. Fracalossi with the goal.
Good job, boys.
They've got about 10 minutes here to try and get another couple. Work themselves back into this game. But it was a great ball in, right on the keeper's toes. He was stuck in that, do I come and get it or do I leave my defenders to clean it up? And in the end, neither happened. It was a good goal from Fracalossi.
Oh, they deserve that. Been working very hard, the Knights.
Absolutely, they have been. They've never counted themselves out of this game. 3 goals down, it's easy to let it fly out to 4 or 5, but it hasn't happened. And the ball was on there, but ends up being a bit overhit. Let's see what Knights have got now. Can they answer? Can they go and get another? Or are Warriors going to get that 3-goal lead back? Both teams running out of time. Barker takes a little knock in that collision there, but he looks to be running it off. The throw's long. Seen out for a goal kick. Olympia are happy just to keep possession here. Knights had the run of the play for a little while. I think they had the momentum. They wanted to get themselves back into this game, but Olympia have very, very smartly slowed the game down. They've got it back to their pace. You can just see how calm and collected they are at the back. They're not afraid to keep the ball on their feet. Bomford brings it down well in between two Knights, but can't quite hold on to it. It's Hugo again, into Bomford.
Good, Josh.
Well defended by the Knights, but Olympia keep the ball. They're attacking through the right-hand side here.
Good, Josh.
Coluccio with a clearing effort. You can see what he attempted there, trying to get the ball out to Thapper, but it's not quite on. And yeah, you can see the foul throw there. The ball hasn't quite gone behind the head of Havatanen. There's been a couple of questionable throws tonight, but I think that's the first one that's actually been called. Knights trying to turn it out to the right-hand side here, but he turns it back well. The entire play shifted to the right-hand side there, and he saw the space on the left, and he's come back that side. That's very clever. But unfortunately for Knights, Swan's in space. Coluccio got caught forward. Swan's attacking on the right, but it's well cleaned up. Havatanen strong in the air. He wins that one emphatically. Here we go. We've got Thapper attacking on the left here after good play in the midfield. What's he got? He's got some options in the middle. Here comes one through Oakley. Oakley looks to spread it again. Can't quite get the shot off. The attack's not done though. It was a dribbling effort in the end, but Ross was confident that it would clear that back stick. More confident than I was up here, but give him the benefit of the doubt there. It was a dribbling effort, but it's definitely going wide. And again, Ross plays short. Knights are starting to switch on to the fact that they want to play short, and you can see Thapper's out there just applying pressure, and it's won them another throw in here. They need to get something going very, very soon, which they look to do through the midfield. Coluccio plays it back inside. There's space on the right, but they can't quite find it. They've won the ball back though. Fracalossi, the goal scorer, looks to spread to Thapper. Oakley ends up with it on the top of the 18-yard box. Feeds it inside, the shot's off. But again, the numbers game for Olympia pays off. They had 2 or 3 players around that ball there at all times. You can see there's 4-on-1 in the middle there. It was great work to get the shot off in the end, but just wide. And in fact, it's a corner, which they've taken short. It's another good delivery into the middle, and there again is Fracalossi. If he gets his head on that and he makes it 3-2, it is a very interesting last 5 minutes, but they've gotten away with one there. There you can see he just didn't quite fully commit. I don't think he was confident with the flight of the ball. Olympia definitely let off with one there. Oakley keeps the ball from Bomford. Ball spread to Thapper. He gets the first time shot off, but Ross is there to it. And it's Havatanen in the end, just clearing it up. Knights had a bit of a shout for a penalty there, but there was definitely nothing going. Peter Swan's free if they can get the ball up to him. You can see the kind of space that he's allowed. Oh, and there's a clattering effort towards the back there. Referee says nothing doing. Oakley's got the better of the Olympia defenders. He gets his shot away just too high.
It's the match.
Well, they definitely had their chances towards the end, Knights. There was 2 clear chances, that one and the header, where they could have got themselves back to 3-3, but here we see it again. It's just too high. Clears the fingertips of Ross, but also the crossbar. There we have it. Warriors end up with a 3-1 win. You can't say it wasn't well-deserved. They definitely took the most of their chances. Knights had them, but didn't quite put them away.
Better players.
Must have been. Must have been.
Who were your better players on the night, do you think?
We had Will Barker, incredible down the left there. I think there were a couple of times he was caught out defensively, but attacking, he definitely had the run of the play. Oliver Hugo, possibly man of the match in the middle. Everything he got to feet just seemed to turn into an attacking option for Olympia. They definitely know how to feed off him. Bomford was everywhere. And Granquist obviously at the back with a very, very solid game. James Ross didn't look too threatened apart from those corners. Fracolossi for Knights. Looked strong in there as well. He had a couple of chances, but it didn't quite come. And Coluccio at left back was solid despite the attack.
All right, Dan, thanks for coming along on this very rainy night tonight.
No problems at all. I'm glad to be here and not out there. Well played by Warriors in the end, coming away 3-1.
See ya. All right. See you. All right. See ya if you don't finish late tonight.